You see, you know, this is not for the cowards. It's not for the Uncle Tom. If you know what's going on, you'll understand. Let's get it. 400 years, bloodshed and tears, lives lost and lives cost, and now the bill is here. My people robbed, y'all took our culture, yet you say forget. When let somebody rob your ass, then you forget that shit. You won't forget, you didn't forget. And if I can't say shit about slavery, then don't bring up Hitler. So that's that shit you taught in slavery, forget him, forget him. Well, look, I'm talking like that, turn to fight back and remember, I got a different agenda. Look, I'm young, not scared, no fear, don't care, no hope in my blood, don't win that ass round here. I'm here to wake up lions in the jungle and let them know too that if they catch you lurking, right that ass round here. At the bottom is where they got us. And they don't give a fuck about you and me. Now they're the promise. And I don't know how much more you need to see to recognize that they're your enemies. Stevie Wonder is fine. Only cowards be quiet, cause they scared of these times. Y'all care too much about dying. Well, in this war, you might just have to give your life. Cause freedom ain't free. They say priceless the same way your life is. War kind of racist cracker, heartless bastard, singing dogs to hoes in my brother's back when King marched in Selma. And them racist police remained in the system. Got rid of collar, but the white who rolled with collar remained in the system. Would hate you, would tell you to your face, you would never. Time to spit on your grave or put a pistol to your temple. And now you wonder why police today keep getting off. Cause shit them racists back then, now they run judicial systems. Catch up, big game, too much ain't changed. Didn't love us then, don't love us, so respect us today. And now I'm racist and I'm violent cause abuse I take. It's crazy how you turn the victims to the ones people blame. But no, I swear that now this is a different day. Say we young and feeling stacked up and we'll meet you at your gates. We ain't never lived to look to give our lives, it ain't a thing. I would rather die than live my life a ass kissing slave. And at the bottom is where they got us in this squad, they don't give a fuck about you and me. Now that I promise. And I don't know how much more you need to see to recognize that they're your enemies. Ray Charles just spotted. Only cowards be quiet, cause they scared of these tyrants. Y'all care too much about diet. Well, in this war, you might just have to give your life. Cause freedom ain't free, they see it's priceless the same way your life is. And what happened to feel this black man? My brother's been lacking. I see too many pretty boys who really want that action. That sisters die, place their lives on the line. Not for us and modern niggas to sit around like shit ain't never happened. You think that you're not a slave. The little money that you got to them is pocket change. And you ain't nothing but a privileged house nigga. As long as you hush when masters say not to say a thing, respect from me you'll never gain. I'm rolling with the soldiers, packed too thick like necks on focus. I ride with only lions, but we kings outside the jungle. Most of us came from nothing, so we know about the struggle. This fighting shit ain't new to us. Came up like this as youngins, we got heart. That's just how we are. Just don't get us started. I don't rock with my Uncle Tom. That boy, he retired. It's been time for a revolution. Say we just been sleeping. I'm just holding arms with all the brothers who do more than much. Let's go. In this squad, they don't give a fuck about you and me. Now that I promise. And I don't know how much more you need to see to recognize that they're your enemies. But I hope by now you got it. Only cowards be quiet, cause they scared of these times. Y'all care too much about dying. Well, in this war, you might just have to give your life. Freedom ain't free, they say it's right. The same way your life is. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for coming checking in on this what's this Wednesday evening. I ain't gonna be here long. I just want to share my thoughts on the shooting at Donald Trump. He missed just barely.
But I want to share my thoughts. I want to share my thoughts on that. I ain't gonna be here long. And if anybody has something they want to say, you can let me know. You can I'll let you come up here and say your piece if you want to. But I want to talk about this shooting because I hear everybody looking for the talking about conspiracy. That's what they're looking for, the conspiracy. They're saying it's fake. They're saying all of that. I'm gonna come from a different angle. I say it was someone died. So the person getting shot and killed, that wasn't fake. A white person attempting to do a mass shooting. Can we talk about the concert in Las Vegas? Can we talk about the school shootings? Can we talk about all these shootings they have done? It seems like that is something that they do. And whenever something like this happens, even when they come and shoot us, remember Buffalo, New York, remember South Carolina in that church. I want to say that was Charleston. I'm not sure. I can't remember what part of South Carolina. But we are always looking for the conspiracy. What was behind it? Who did it and why? Just like with COVID. Who did it and why? Once we find who did it and why, then what? Then what? It really doesn't matter. What we should be looking at is what we have heard these people say they want civil war. Well, they want a revolutionary, yeah, civil war. They want another revolution. And before Trump, there was an attempted carjacking of a Supreme Court judge. What's her name? Sotomayor, whatever her name is. Now I haven't heard anyone talk about that as much. And look for the conspiracy, look in that to see who did it and why they did it. But for me, my opinion, it's not for me, this is my opinion. I'm saying it is for us, but it's my opinion. We need to look at what we think may be coming. I can say, I guess, down the road. You know, how we're going to handle this. Are we prepared to take care of ourselves, whatever happened? Trying to find who did it. I would say we're not involved. And since we're not involved in it, we shouldn't be, I would say, concerned with it, I guess. But can it affect us? Would his election affect it? You know, now Donald Trump has something else that he can connect with black people with. You know, he had a lot of black people. He say connect with you because of his mugshot. He connect with you because now he's a felon. So then he went and made those ugly ass shoes, and he say he know culture. And now they have made I forget what they're called, but they have made shoes. They have made shoes, selling the shoes about him surviving that shot. The guy hitting someone on the ear, that's a hell of a shot, I guess. But I'm not concerned about that. We need to be looking at us. We can't always let them take them off our square when they're doing it, because you know they are what's the word? They're great at being deceitful. They're great at tricking you. You know, we always talk about propaganda. But like I said, I know someone out there was shot. I know the guy did the shooting was killed. Someone else out there was killed. And we're looking, trying to find who did it, why they did it. We have to get past the conspiracy theory because we don't know who did it. We know who did it. He's killed. He's dead now. Some little 20-year-old, I can't think of his name, who was an alleged Trump supporter. But that's what they do. We forget that's what they do. So in the process of this, we go to search. Let's not stay focused on this too long. We need to be focused on us. We need to be focused on what we're going to do and the things we can do. Hashtag hold your damn money. We need to focus on, can we become a real team? And what I mean by a real team, hashtag Team Black. Can we become a real team and can we work together? Or are we going to continue to be sidetracked? Anything they do, it can just throw us off. Anybody they want to put on algorithm to come in here, it can throw us off from what we should be doing. It's time for us to stand up and be accountable for ourselves. It's time for us to say, you know what? We might have a couple people looking at that, but we should be looking at how can we take our community back? How can we take the economy back in our community? How can we make sure we're okay? Because in case y'all didn't know, they're blaming DEI. You notice they got rid of DEI? These DEI hires for the Secret Service didn't do their job. So they're blaming DEI. They don't want you in their school, but our best will still go play football, will still go play basketball. Our smartest will still brag on we can go to their schools. They don't want you. So they're blaming the DEI. They're going to do everything in their power to push this narrative. We are trying to figure out who did it. But at the same time, if you don't think that's an attack on you by them blaming DEI, something is wrong. They want us to take the blame. Some people gonna say, oh, minorities. Some people gonna say people of color. I'm gonna say African people, black African people. That's who they want. That's what they're getting rid of. No more DEI. They don't want you. So while all these people going around talking about how we're gonna take you from the Democratic plantation and take you over to the Republican plantation. They don't want you. I'm gonna play a video. Give me a second. I'm gonna find this video. And I'm gonna play this video so we can hear the things that some of the things that they are saying. They don't want you around. They don't want us. They don't want you, not me. They don't want y'all out here caping for them.
Who suffer under the imperialistic.
Let me see if this is the video.
Talking about politics, I never been this involved in not liking a politician so much in my entire life until we got here. Because politicians, since there's been a thing called politics, have always screwed at people. I mean, this is just normal political business. All right, there's never been a government in the history of a planet where the politicians were just these.
I'm gonna go past that because that's not what I'm looking for. Let me see if I can find that video.
Why? When you see one or two allies, you're like, all right, if you keep that a little different, you want to see how they work, see how they operate, see if they true or not. Yeah. But after a while, you start getting the influence like this not Pan-African no more. You're going to use a sleeper agent, right? Because this is where they're going. They're going to use a Democrat.
And that brother I was just listening to, that's Afro Think Tank. A brother who's actually been in war, and he said the same thing. He's not looking for a conspiracy theory. And you know what? I thought I saved that video, and I can't find it. And as soon, but anyway, it went on, and it was talking to some of these MAGA people. And the one woman was talking about, what did she say? She said it's slavery. What did she say to it, slavery? She said during slavery we got food, clothes, shelter, and food, clothing, shelter, and good medical care. Let me see if this one is it.
Joe Biden opened the border.
Well, that ain't it.
Now our cities are being
Talking about Joe Biden.
Illegal in Georgia. What's going on about this? President.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is the video. Just listen to some of this.
When I look in the eyes of a black Trump supporter, I don't see nothing. I feel sorry. I feel bad for them. Even though I got to go on them sometimes because they got all this rah-rah. I truly feel bad for them because they're victims of mental slavery. They're victims of mental illness. They're sick. They're mentally sick. So there's red or blue. We don't care what side of the aisle that they're on. You know, Black America suffers from battered spouse syndrome envy. And what battered spouse syndrome speaks
It's a compilation of different.
to is the fact that no matter how bad you beat me up, if I believe I need you in order to survive, I'm never going anywhere. And part of our problem, part of the equation to our problem as American Africans, why we don't do anything on our own, is we are often waiting for the great white savior to come. This is a message that has been rehearsed for us in church. We get it in the media. We get it in the Black community. So Black people will never, ever abandon their hope in execution while he was president. More than half of them was signed after Joe Biden won the election. Think about that now. Biden gets elected. That when I come back to Donald Trump,
I want
people
the,
ask me, who you going to vote for at this point?
I want the Trump people to hear this.
Neither one of them are going to get my vote. I consider Cornel West because I love Dr. West. Intelligent, strong, good-natured, but he's a bunny hopper, so he can't get my vote. Now, when I come back to Donald Trump and Joe Biden, I look at the fact that Donald Trump signed 13 federal death executions while he was president. More than half of them was signed after Joe Biden won the election. Think about that now. Biden gets elected in November, sworn in January. Between that time, Donald Trump executes half of those 13 people. 5 of them were Black men, and 2 of those Black men were presumed innocent. And the attorneys had introduced a stay of execution to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court turned them down, and Donald Trump executed those brothers. So when I hear Black,
See, the Supreme Court turned them down because when people like Donald Trump get voted in, we know the history of this country dealing with us, but he put his people there in charge. But this is something that people that want to tell you, go kiss Donald Trump ass. And for whatever reason, everybody, we want Donald Trump to win. It seems like we just want to go against Black folk, and we want to have a problem with other Black people for whatever reason.
and say, I'm voting for Donald Trump because he's going to bring more money and economic vitality into the Black community. I say, what about the fact that he's out here killing Black folks? You understand, without no remorse at all. So you got to look at that. You also got to look at the fact that Donald Trump wants to give police 100% immunity. Wait a minute, look how they're killing us now. So
100% immunity. That's another thing those Black Trumpsters is not going to tell you. Well, some of them going to say it because they would say, like I heard some of them say, Rodney King, that N-word was drunk and people thought it was funny. He should have got his ass beat. You know, sitting over there on the channel, who didn't correct him on the Pan African Strike Back channel. They said and they say things like this, but they're never going to tell you this. But while they go, man, be careful. Only what I'm telling you, be careful of these people. And I know this ain't what I'm going now. I'm rambling, and it's not about. But be careful of these people. Be careful of these people. Be careful of these people trying to convince you, and they know so much that the shooting was fake. They don't know. They don't know no more than me or you. And instead of just accepting what it is, this is what white people do. This is what they do. They do mass shootings. Instead of accepting it that way, we're going to keep looking for something. We're going to keep looking for something. But we ain't going to ever stop to look at ourselves and say, what can we do to make our situation better? What can we do to make our situation better for our youth? My good brother Commissioner said, oh man, them people, they just anti-Black. I don't want to call all of you anti-Black. But I'm saying it is things that we need to do. There's things that we need to do. A little bit more of this, because I want to find the Trump talk.
So now you're telling me anything the police do in their line of duty, they cannot be held accountable for making bad mistakes and bad decisions? And you want to put that back in office? That's thirsty black men worry more about money than the lives of their people.
So what do you think about?
I just have to say, migrants that come from areas that may be black, brown, or Hispanic, like you or your relatives, you said now you shouldn't be considered people and you're animals. So my question is, as a black man that came here for the
Just one group. We just need one black person to agree with us, to ignore what all the other black people say. And it goes the same way for violence. We just need one black person to do something violent to blame it on the whole of the black community. And that's all they need.
Slogan alone. You giving this man a vote that's he's not gonna boy again shit.
Yes, but there's, well, yeah.
So like
Were a slave, they were given housing.
it never been great for your goofy ass. So what is the again shit?
When they were a slave, they were given housing, food, clothing, medical care.
From what you said, it sounds like you were born before the civil rights movement.
Well, yeah,
So black people couldn't buy houses in your lifetime when you were maybe a
I'm
baby.
well aware of that.
You were 5. So you don't think there's any downstream effect?
So depressed at that time,
Yeah.
but that's what Martin was trying to correct. Right now, I see so many people living off of government handouts.
I'm pretty sure welfare use per capita is higher in red states than blue.
There's, yes, but there's so many people living off of the government handouts. And that is not that much farther away from slavery. When they were a slave, they were given housing, food, clothing.
Man, these people crazy.
They asked, the people asked them to work. Yes, there were landowners that were violent and mean to some of them, but there were others that were humanistic. The Civil War was something that.
But here's the thing, right?
Because
She could say there was landowners that was violent to some of them, right? And today you would find them say, well, some of them. Why do we sit back and take this treatment and then run out and kiss ass? Like people running around kissing, got their lips tattooed to Donald Trump's behind, someone to Donald Trump's behind, talking about how great he is, talking about how great the Republican Party is. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Something is wrong with us when we look in the mirror. When we look in the mirror, and black men, we say we gonna lead the way. And when we look in the mirror, when we look in the mirror, do we see real men standing strong, or do we see people looking, or do we see a male waiting on another man to do something for him? Like the one guy said on my one video, I was on a fan base app. He was complaining about what this government had done for black women, and they have not done that for the black man, but they take care of the black woman. So I asked the question, do you want, in what way? What I asked him was, name another way in which you want a white man to treat you like a woman. He got offended. But the question was, that was a real question. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But me on this Trump shooting, fake or real, I'll say it's real because a real person died, real people got shot, and that white boy climbed on top of that building and did what he did. I'm not trying to figure out how he was able to get on top of the building. That's not my job. That might be above or beneath my pay grade, but whichever it is, that's not my job to figure that out. That's not my job to figure out, how he missed. None of that is my job. He only hit Donald Trump, and none of that is my job. And none of that is y'all job either. I know it's going to be people that want to figure it out, and people going to stay stuck on it. We're going to stay stuck on it. And that's the problem. We might be stuck on it for the next 5 months. Next year, next 5. We might be stuck on it trying to figure out to prove, it was fake. Instead of us being stuck on for the rest of our lives, how we going to fix our community? How we going to make things better? So far as I'm concerned, I'm not concerned about if it's a conspiracy theory or not. I'm not concerned about the conspiracy. I'm not concerned about who told him to do it and why he did it and if he had bullets in his gun and how did he barely hit Trump on the ear. That take a hell of a shot. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is us. And that's what we need to be concerned about. We need to be concerned about us being ready. Like I was talking to Mo, we have to get war ready, but we're not war ready. Now, we are conspiracy theory ready, but we are not war ready. We are ready to hate on other black people, but we are not war ready. But we are not ready to take control of our communities. We are not ready to say hashtag hold your damn money unless it's dealing with black people. But we're going to stay focused on this. While we stay focused on this, they're going to continue to do what they do. While we stay focused on this, everybody else is going to still continue to get our money. I bet you somebody listening to me right now went to an Arab, East Indian, or Oriental today inside of your community without any hesitation. And I'm not knocking you or judging you if that's what you did. I'm not knocking you or judging you if that's what you did. I'm not knocking you or judging you if you decided to go. But if we continue to go because we think it's convenient, we ain't gonna ever get better. I hear people crack jokes about that, the civil rights movement, this, but at least they could boycott. I want a lifestyle change. I want to take our community back completely. We boycott us. I want to take all the businesses back. I want to take the washateers. I want to take everything. I want to take the corner stores, the gas stations. I want to take all of that. I want the nail salon, the beauty supply stores. We need all of that in our community. But instead of focusing on that, we will follow somebody who make a fake museum, then put out a tweet, shout out to Trump because he handled that shooting like a real G. Then the other guy with the Africa Diaspora News, they giving shouts out to Trump. But that's what we do. That's what we do. And I'm not saying this is nothing I'm bragging on, but getting shot in what Trump jumped up and did, because I have a bullet in me now. It's a hell of an adrenaline rush at that moment. At that moment, it's a hell of an adrenaline rush. Trust me, I'm telling you what I know. He didn't handle nothing like a G. He got up and held up his fist and screamed, fight, fight, fight. That's what he did. Nothing like a G, but we're going to have black folks who a lot of our people follow because they have given them to you, who is trying to guide other black people to Trump. We got black people who trying to, what's going on around in the bush? We got a lot of black people trying to act like Donald Trump is great. And nothing I'm not saying Joe Biden is great. But you want to give the police full immunity? Damn, who is that going to hurt? You can't protest anymore. So for all the people now that talk about our folks that do protest, our people won't be able to protest anymore because he want to say if you protest, he want to bring in the military to break up the protest. They're already getting DI everywhere he was. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand how this is going to affect black people. Y'all don't understand that if they get a dictator in, I guess y'all think everything is going to be okay. Whether it's real, whether it's fake. I said it was real. Y'all heard me say that because some real stuff happened. You're right. You're right, Ram in the bush. You're correct. But we're going to keep holding on. But instead of us saying we have to do it, instead of us saying we have to do it, don't love you. They don't love you. And we'll have people becoming enemies over. And we have people becoming enemies over who you going to vote for. Don't talk to one another. Yeah, it's people out here cooning for Donald Trump. There's going to be people out here cooning for Joe Biden. But I'm going to ask y'all, and this is a serious question. Do y'all want a president who say he's going to give the police full immunity for whatever they do? The way they treat black people, Lord knows we ain't ready to fight back. We ain't trying to get war ready. We are not trying to get in no way, shape, or form. We ain't training. We ain't doing nothing. Now, what I can say about that shooting, they have been talking about, you notice how much they've been talking about guns and they don't want you to have guns. Now, there's some black people on that bandwagon. So why do we want to be in a place that have done us this way for centuries, treated us horribly for centuries, but we want to be in a position where we can't even defend ourselves, where we can't protect our family, we can't protect our family, our neighbors, we can't protect our community. Don't seem like we want to protect it no way. But I'm just saying, for the ones that do want to protect it, start to live around one another. You don't want to be in a position where you can't. That's the only thing they say I agree with. Let's keep our guns. For somebody who want to get a police full immunity for what they do, do you think any of them would ever, well, they got full immunity, so no, they won't be going to jail for nothing they do. Man, they'll just roll up in black neighborhoods and beat them down. Hey, but we'll be tough with one another just like we do now. So when people ask me, is this shooting at Trump real or fake? I'm going to tell you it's real. The dude that did the shooting got killed, that was real. 3 people was hit in the audience. 1 of them died, that was real. Who told him to do it? And all that ain't, like I said, that's above my pay grade, maybe beneath my pay grade, but whichever one it is, it's not my job to try and figure out. So I hope we understand so we can take care of ourselves. Who ready to do hashtag hold your damn money? Hashtag hold your damn money. How can we create a team? We need a real team. Y'all don't understand. These people are organized nationwide. We ain't organized for 2 blocks. It's simple. The reason we're losing is simple. It's simple the reason we're losing. But man, I just want to get on here and I just want to. I see that Trump shooting and the alleged carjacking of the attempted carjacking of the Supreme Court Judge Sotomayor. These folks say they want another revolution. They want civil war. Ain't nobody playing but us. These people preparing to get ready. I don't know if they looking at a conspiracy or not, but they training, they trying to get ready. Go look and see what they were out in those streets with in Nashville, Tennessee. Go look and see. They had their shields and everything, armor. But you know if they got armor, they got something else. It's falling out of U-Haul. But we gonna keep fighting each other. We gonna keep fighting each other until we learn. And I'm done talking about they taught us to fight each other. If they taught us to fight each other, it's been a whole lot of us telling us why we shouldn't and how we should do things. So obviously, only their word reigns supreme. Only they can teach us. You know what I'm saying? On that note, I'm out of here. Remember, be black, buy black, think black, love black. Everything else will take care of itself. Peace and one love.